So Buddy and I have some news. I don't know if you saw, but guess who is going to do a podcast? Buddy is. And you might be thinking, why in the world would Buddy be doing a podcast? Well, he says that we have been getting a lot of great information. We've been doing different things. We've been working with a nutritionist to help feed our dogs better. We have friends like the amazing Michelle from Monkey's House. Lots of people. I have so many people that Buddy and I are going to be excited to invite onto the podcast because there's a lot of just amazing information out there that, we'd love. I mean, I would love to have known it before, and this is going to be our way of helping get the information out there. And sometimes it's going to be talking about rescue dogs and foster dogs. Sometimes it's going to be talking about different businesses, different things like CBD for dogs, mushroom tinctures for dogs. What are the best kind of vegetables for dogs? How to get them to eat it. Like, did you know your dogs can have radishes? Radishes are good. Why is peanut butter not as good as we think it is for our dogs? I mean, there are so many different amazing things. So Buddy is very excited to be bringing, it's going to be called, you ready? You can tell him? The Scruffy Dog Podcast, because, I mean, look at him. So we have our logo made. I want to get it changed because I want him to be on the logo, but it looks pretty close to him. I had it done, and it was as close as we could get for right now. And if you're wondering why his face looks a little messy right now, this is our second take of our video right here because somebody I am working on, I have a bowl of food. I am taking this whole turkey breast that I boiled, and I'm taking the meat off of the turkey breast, and I'm putting it into their container because this is some of what they eat. And somebody reached in and took a big piece. I can't imagine who that is. Maybe this dog right here. But anyway, so we're doing this right now. And you know what's even cooler about that I didn't know has nothing to do with dogs. But once we get all this meat, like all these pieces off of this, the turkey breast, the bone, I give it to the chickens. The chickens can have the carcass and they love it. I didn't know that they could, and they go nuts for it. So I think that's pretty amazing. But we're going to talk about different things, like I said, like Buddy has tips on how best to cook the vegetables so that they taste yummy. Different things about different organ meats that are good for dogs. Did you know if you make your own food that they need bone in it? And there's actually like a bone meal, powdered bone meal that you can put in there so the dogs, if you're doing your own food, because I belong to this one Facebook group, and a lot of the people in it, it's not a health one. It's for a certain breed, and a lot of the people cook for their dogs, which I think is great. That's what I had started doing. But what I didn't know is how hard it is to get actually the meal balanced for them. You can't just give them like a meat, and that's not enough. Just give them some, meat and maybe a couple like peas in there. There's so much more that they need, and that's some of the stuff we're going to have some experts on nutrition for dogs, training things. I mean, just we're going to come up with all kinds of fun things, and of course, there's going to be some fashion because who doesn't love clothes in Buddy's world? Buddy is I don't know who likes his clothes more, me or him, but he does actually get excited when his clothes come out. He does seem to like to wear them. So anyway, he's not. I have to be careful, like I said, with the food that we are preparing. Right now, we have in our big bowl here, we have pork. This was pork, which he loves, and then we have liver, and we are doing the turkey. We don't do chicken because Luna is sensitive to chicken. And actually, one thing I didn't know about chicken, it can be inflammatory for dogs, which I didn't know. I thought chicken was like the go-to, but that's the kind of stuff we're going to talk about on the podcast. And I'm hoping that people will tune in. I'm hoping that you guys will submit questions for us. So if you have things that you're wondering about, we'll ask experts about it and get some good answers. I don't know if we're going to do them live, where you can ask questions during the podcast, or if it's better to record them and then put them up. I'm not sure because I'm not real skilled yet in the podcast stuff, but Buddy and I will learn, right? Yeah, Buddy says he's going to be helpful. He's very smart, right? And he's very, very interested in stealing another job. I mean, he took a mouthful, like tried to take that much out of this bowl. It was very bad behavior for Buddy. But sometimes he just can't control himself, can you? No, he's very excited right now. But anyway, so we just thought we'd let you know what the podcast was going to be about. Buddy would love, and he has his own email, Buddy at buddythepupfluencer.com. So you are welcome to send him an email, and you can, like I said, you can ask for certain questions to be covered or topics. If there's any person, we're going to be new in the podcast world, so it won't be, it might be a while before, it's well known enough to get people that I don't know to come on, but we're going to try. And if you have somebody you'd like to see us have on there, let us know. What else, buddy? What are you thinking? He just wants to eat. And, guess what? I forgot to tell him. I think his favorite place that has pup cups right up the road, I think they opened today. Buddy, did you know that? Oh, he's trying to read. No, you can't have more. You're going to ruin your dinner. You're going to ruin. And did you know, too, that there are herbs that are good for dogs? Who knew? Like parsley. Parsley is good for dogs, but the curly parsley, not the flat parsley. There's so much stuff that's so fascinating. And if you love dogs, if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you love dogs. But you want the best for your dog. You want to feed him the best. And, there's ways to do it. That's the other thing that's interesting, is some of the food, can be expensive. But there's lots of ways you can improve your dog's food, even without changing it dramatically. And that's one of the things. There's a gentleman that has a pet food store, and it's a great store. My mom shops there for her dog. It's close to my mother. And he's really great about helping people transition from regular dog kibble, that they're used to getting like at the grocery store, and then transitioning to better foods and a better, better feeding program for their dog without overwhelming them. That's one of the hard things, I think, is when I first got started. You don't want to be overwhelmed because it's all so new to you. And if somebody says, oh, you have to change everything, you have to feed raw, you have to do this, you have to do that, you might not do it because it's too overwhelming. So we're going to have somebody like him. He's really good, like I said, about helping you transition to a better way of feeding. Plus, he's a great guy. He's super nice. My mom loves going to the store. He's got all kinds of cool products, not just food. He has neat other products for the dogs. What do you think, buddy? What else do you want to say? What do you want? Buddy also, he is insisting that I get a t-shirt made for him, for me. Do you want a t-shirt? He wants something, too, that says the Scruffy Dog Podcast. But I'm going to get a t-shirt, right? And I don't know, I guess that's all we got. Is that all we got, buddy? Okay. So I don't know. So if you have any interest in the podcast, it's going to be coming very soon. And feel free to send him a message. He checks his email pretty regularly. I'll make sure that he checks it more regularly than he has in the past. But if you have questions, topics, things like that, let us know. And he will make sure that we try to get them covered for you. What do you think? Is that it? Yeah, he's just totally focused on the food today. Can't believe he stole that big piece. Can't believe you did that. No, you're not getting any more. All right, buddy, you gotta look at the camera and you gotta say bye to everybody. Okay, he's just so interested in food today. He loves his food, don't you?